Patriquin and Alshon, if they can find a way against the world number 1. Gabe Tardio will be our first server of the match.
Side out.
Nothing like a room service bounce off the net to get us started. Just get those nerves out of there and just, Hayden just smack that down. That's a beautiful start for him.
Point.
Rare miss from Ben Johns. Talked about it at the Open. Rarely gives you much.
I mean, that's not going to happen again. But
1-0-1
there, and they'll take it.
Second serve.
Strikes and gets the ball down. Dave, what's your one thing, X Factor-wise, you're looking for in this one?
Who's going to set the tone? These two teams are going to play against each other a lot, and I want it to be 1 win for me and 0 for them, so that when they're going back and looking at tape, they're looking at a loss. So this is huge to say, yeah, I know you won a lot, Ben and Gabe, last year, but it's a new year, and this is our court.
0-1-1.
Perspective. Just deep, heavy serving. Should also mention Ben Johns and Christian Alshon. They'll be competing for 2 gold medals here today. Or excuse me, Hayden Patriquin in mixed doubles.
Very good.
All right.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the end ruling. The result of the rally puts us at 1-1-2. We'll now proceed with video review.
The Masters players donning the all-whites here in men's doubles.
Challenge. No free challenge remaining.
Here's the result of
One free
the challenge
remaining. We'll resume play at 1-1-2.
Thank you, Don Stanley, for that intel there. Dave, go ahead and elaborate a little bit more on the challenge situation.
Yeah, so they challenged their own call. They weren't sure if it was in or not. It was in, so they actually lose their use of a free challenge later. They can still challenge, but there are penalties if they're wrong.
Point.
And Patriquin is going to murder that most times, but catches the tape.
2-1-2. Side out.
So why do you think it made sense for Alshon and Patriquin to come together this season? The partnership is kind of an interesting nuance in pro pickleball, how these things develop.
I'll get you after this. Last night they actually played against both their individual partners last year. They both wanted more firepower, and last night it was steady versus firepower, and firepower won. So that is the simple explanation for why they chose to go and get together here.
A little too much from Tardio.
Because they are both point finishers, and they played with players who make a lot of balls. Of course, they have finishing power, but they really wanted to be able to take it to a team, and we'll see if they're able to do it to the top seed today.
Side out.
And we are very nervy here. We're seeing players on both sides missing. You're on national TV. You're trying to win a gold in a slam. That'll get cleaned up.
I actually asked Kristen Alshon about that. Are there any extra nerves knowing you're on the national stage? He's like, I've played on CBS before. He's like, but of course, it's a slam.
Oh, that's filthy. Where is the center fielder, Michelle? Beautiful through the opening and controlled pace, and that's what Alshon does. Everybody thinks, pickleball, you got to hit it as hard as you can every time. Not the case. Perfect placement over power there. So our first Ernie. So the kitchen is the Humana area of the court. You cannot volley the ball in there, but you can certainly, it's flat, man. Jump over it like Ben did there. That was a nice move.
2-2-2.
Named after Ernie Perry.
Wow, the wrist ability of Hayden Patriquin on the backhand side. That's his iconic shot.
Just absolutely wicked. Not obviously the biggest guy, but just gets so much power on that wrist snap and gets it down.
Full send, it's deep. And that was the risk Ben was willing to take in signing up a younger partner with him in men's doubles. He wanted that high risk, high reward on the right.
Yeah, fadeaway jumpers, let's keep on the hardwood. Just wide, but there's a good example of why Alshon wanted to play with Patriquin. Alshon makes a move, and Hayden is right there to put a ton of pressure on. They were fortunate to get out of it.
Point.
This connection ends up
up
Hayden Patriquin.
Clanking paddles can be perfect sometimes.
3-4-1. Second
Just
serve.
wide for Tardio. Why don't you also dive into the evolution of the sides, left versus right, and how Gabe Tardio changed the game a little bit in that way. Maybe Alshon too.
Oh, just misses it.
Point.
Behind the back try. I mean, traditionally, in fact, Ben Johns won this tournament last year with his brother, where all the offense only came from the left side of the court. You're going to see sick offense on the right side. You just saw a beautiful overhead there from Gabe Tardio. That is a big change.
It's a different era in men's doubles. Tardio and Patriquin, the Trailblazers, in that category. They play on the same MLP team as well, squaring off against one another. That's the team format in pickleball.
What's up, St. Louis Shock? So Christian Alshon has been looking at not just sending it a variety of paces, but Ben reads the play better than anybody, so he's going to have to be real careful with his choices straight up the line. He's been beaten. Now he tries to go cross court and ran out of real estate.
Why has Ben one of the best anticipators in this game?
He's just got that special mind because he's reading the paddle, and what is really unfair is he knows what you're doing before you do it. And this is those chunks of points I talked about at the beginning of the show, 5 in a row and counting right now.
Yeah, we flashed it a moment ago, but it's one of the most prestigious trophies in pro pickleball to win here at the Masters.
I mean, complete pop-up from Gabe, and Ben bailed him out.
It's unbelievable. Made up for it a little bit there, too. Yeah. Wow, inside out on the counter, too.
And there's that off-speed shot at Ben, and he was able to clear his body and not just get it back, hit a winner.
The brother duo for so many years. You felt like that dynasty was never going to end until the new wave of talent came in and disrupted the formula.
Yeah, you have two 20-year-olds out here. I mean, and they're coming over 140 juniors playing in the Carvana Junior PPA out here.
Ernie pressure right on cue on Christian Alshon.
Christian knew what order we were going to put the graphics in. Yeah, I mean, not only is he got that great athleticism, but the reach to be able to pull that off. Much easier for him than a shorter player.
Second serve.
And that drive's got to be a lot lower, because what you want is you want your opponent hitting up when your partner is crashing forward.
Wow. Shot selection, location selection.
The precision of the target.
9-5-1. Second serve.
Another fadeaway speed of attempt from Gabe Tardio.
9-5-2.
Second serve.
Just filthy from young Hayden. Patriquin, again, finds a protractor-worthy angle there. And if Gabe can't reach it, that tells you how disguised he was. He was diving back to the middle. So you can show a paddle face and deceive with what you're showing him. That's what he did there.
They were courtside ahead of this match. It seems like Gabe Tardio continues to grow in inches. I mean, the guy is long.
Side out.
Reaching off balance, and Christian can't believe he got beat down the line again. That's twice now. So look at Ben testing the middle on these dinks.
Oh, Hayden Patriquin finds the hip pocket of Ben Johns.
And that right hip is the spot that most players want to target because it's tough to protect it. Now, in that case, it's the ridiculous hands of Hayden Patriquin that surprises him with the pace. What a read on the Ernie there. So you can have long legs and get over, or you can have obscene short area quickness like that guy does.
Short area quickness is the perfect way to describe how Patriquin hits the court. Tardio pulls it down the line, sets up Ben for the finish. Second serve.
Yeah, so when you're watching these dink rallies with the talent on this court, they cannot go deep. You need to play them in what I call the kitchenette, the first half of the kitchen, and make that ball bounce or you're in trouble. Again, off speed, speed up from Alshon, gets demolished from Ben, and he brings it all the way back cross court, and Patriquin's at his mercy.
Almost invited that off pace down the line, did Ben. Nice recovery from Alshon.
So, attack people on both sides of their body. They're ready to defend on one side, makes it much difficult to pull the paddle all the way over. You saw that Johns got caught there. Left side, Gabe.
Side out.
That is a rare sight. We have a unicorn in Rancho Mirage.
Media timeout.
So a nice hold a moment ago from Patriquin and Alshon.
Point.
A rare mistake from Ben Johns.
They had a couple chances to put pressure on and earn a game point.
Point.
Miscue in the middle. Ben goes and Gabe goes. That's where they struggled early on, too, in Mesa when this partnership came together in 2025.
7-9-1.
Yeah, that's been fixed, except right there.
Ooh.
Again, Ben trying to see who's going to take those middle balls.
No. Left foot push off.
Foot fault on Tardio. Didn't reestablish behind the kitchen line. Dive into that one here, Dave.
So everybody turns their body and pushes off with their left foot to get back to that overhead, but you cannot do that. That is a kitchen violation, clearly seen right there on the replay.
Kitchen's known as the safety valve in the sport. Wow, and that's how you get a ball down a little high from Patriquin.
Because we talked about attacking that right side of the body, but This is the special gift that Tardio does. He can get the paddle facing straight down and push it forward with pace. It's incredible.
Wow. Point. How about this, Dave? We are locked up at 9 apiece in game 1. It felt like they were out of it.
Yeah, they settled in, and now they are starting to dictate play, and they're starting to get consistently to the kitchen. Oh, my. Patriquin lets it go, and Sherwin-Williams paint on the white line there. 99.
5 straight points unanswered. Down the other side, though. Patriquin and Alshon with a great run. Everything Tardio's way that point. Second serve for Ben Johns to try and go up game points.
9-9-2.
Oh my, how does he lob that ball inside the baseline?
That aggressive swing path to grab the ball and spin it. That is all about spin, Michelle. And that is why Ben loves having the youngster by his side. He pulls the trigger. He doesn't care what the score is.
Oh, game ends on Ben Johns' terms. 11-9. It got tight towards the end. And how did the world #1 pull it off here in the first?
They held on after getting the big lead, and Hayden Patriquin is going to be ruining the fact that he let the ball go when they had a chance to get to 10.
Game 2 is next. It's best 3 out of 5 on a Sunday. What you'd like to see in game 2 from the underdogs, quote unquote.
If you don't pull the trigger, they're going to. Alshon passed up a spot. Very nervy start for Hayden and Christian. Bunch of errors, got down 5 big time, but then they started to dictate play at the end. So just keep that going, and you're seeing Patriquin having problems with the sun on these lobs here early. Let 2 of them bounce.
Wow, and then there's that from Ben Johns.
It's the best shot in the history of pickleball because he can put it in about 28 different spots on the court and 4 or 5 on your body. You don't know what to protect.
Second serve.
Ben stares at his paddle like all amateur players do. Stupid paddle, missing that shot.
1-0-2.
The lob. The lob has become more popular in the sport.
No doubt
that's
about
a good reason why.
You want to push people off the kitchen line and then take advantage of that and take control of the kitchen. That's a great way to do it. And especially with the sun, you can see the shadows on the court coming in here as we pan out. And that is tough to deal with. And what's interesting on this particular center court, it's morning where the shadows are more difficult. A lot of places it's later in the day in the afternoon.
In singles, the preferred side was the sun side where Alshon and Patriquin are currently residing. The players I chatted with. Nice crash by Hayden Patriquin.
There's the slam the pedal to the ground and take it to them, as opposed to being the one that is targeted. That's beautiful. I think in this match it could actually change which side you'd prefer.
1-2-1.
Right now I'd rather be where Ben and Gabe are with the sun at my back.
Yeah.
But if this goes 2 hours, that could easily switch.
Second serve.
It is so there, Christian, and thank you for your inner monologue being an outer monologue there. But that's the one you got to make when you're trying to beat. That's up. Don't be cute. Make it.
Nice spot for Tardio. Right to the shoulder.
So we've seen Ben kind of just probing the middle with his dinks. That's a dink they expected to bounce, and the young Bolivian gets it out of the air and hits a winner.
Whoop. Oh.
Point.
Ben Johns gets to the let cord, woos the crowd with that one.
So you don't usually see him rocketing anywhere on the court because he reads the play so good, but obviously the net forced that. And then you saw he had to get out of the kitchen in a hurry because you are in there and you can't volley the ball.
I'm not sure Ben gets enough credit for how athletic he is as well, to your point there. Wow, leads one up, and Ben Johns gobbles it up 4-1 here in game 2.
Yeah, there's one of the different 28 spots you saw right there, and Patriquin is diving forward, and it comes back across, and he takes a hack at it, but it was nowhere near where he expected it.
Those targets are so narrow, too, to be able to hit him on a dime whenever he pleases. Wow, it's a nice counter, and Alshon welcomes the chance.
Yeah, that was melted. And again, that's how good these athletes are. You talked about the dime. If that drive is up even half to 6 inches too high, it's going to get crushed like it was there. And if you're new here, why is all this dinking happen? It's because of RESPECT, of the incredible hand speed all around. You pull the wrong trigger and you will eat it. So they are trying to get the right ball to attack with. And that's what all of that is.
Side out.
Tough to find any room against these two. Tardio and Johns.
4-1-1.
Life pretty difficult.
Point.
Pulls a ball from behind him almost.
5-1-1.
Does Gabe Tardio.
A fair here. That was a view momentarily from the VIP tent here. This great event. Standing room only. Raucous atmosphere. It feels different at the Masters on a championship Sunday, does it not?
Does it ever? I mean, everything well manicured. The flowers are spectacular.
Right foot was on, Hayden.
You can't lose the point twice as the Don Stanley alarm clock goes off. You can hear the buzz of the crowd after that. So both in the kitchen and deep with the shot.
6-1-2.
There again is another ball in the middle.
Almost like Don has to take a breath to recover after
he does. Somebody get him a water. Just absolute Filth with 7 L's. Again, he's showing cross court and then just eases that up the line. Look at that.
7-1-2.
That is paddle manipulation at its finest right there.
Nice.
Side out.
More of that from Alshon and Patriquin. The intensity building for Alshon, but 7-1, a big hole to climb out of here as they take back 2 serves with them in game 2.
Can't happen. Can't happen. It's a routine third.
Last Grand Slam event was in November in Dallas.
1-7-2.
Where Ben and Gabe fell short in their journey for gold there, so extra motivation on their side for this one.
Wow.
Point.
And a little fire from Alshon is needed. What a counter there. Yes, that
2-7-2
tournament you mentioned, the only time they've never not made it to Championship Sunday. That's how consistent they've been.
Yeah. Alshon and Daescu won bronze over them as well.
3-7-2.
Ooh, just
Side out.
a little late there to the counter. Ball back to Johnson Tardio.
Went off speed through the middle, and Ben is on it again. So his percentage on that is maybe 1 out of a bunch.
Oh, left the door open, and Hayden Patriquin jumped in.
Wow, what a counter from Tardio, and then Hayden said, well, I'm not impressed.
Tardio's like, where you at, Ben?
Yeah.
Point.
That's unlucky there. So Patriquin's trying to find offense out of the middle. I do like the intensity that has ramped up, though, from Alshon and Patriquin. The question is it too late in this game?
And that's not going to work anytime against Ben John. Takes 2 steps, bounces, puts that ball down.
Get all the way into it and be, with all due respect to Seattle Seahawks, the 3rd man here. There he got him.
Side out.
Better spot, to your point, but is 9-3 down too late at this point.
Yeah, there's not the degree of difficulty points here. 9-3, 9-4 in the first game.
Watch.
Point.
So one of the first dink rallies that has ended up with a miss on the Tardio and John side.
Second serve.
And another weaponized backhand out of the air.
4-9-2.
Driving crash, you see the intent, and Alshon.
Unfortunately, he crashed into the median as opposed to making that. That's the ball he's got to make. Up, great read of the play. How about that lateral quickness from Patriquin?
He promised it in the first, those short bursts.
9-4-2.
Comes from out of nowhere. Explosive footwork, and then makes it look easy. The counter punch finds the opening there. That's the ability of Patriquin and Alshon. Can they string it together for 11 straight points? That's the question.
That is the question.
4-9-1.
Saw the elite hand speed, and the reload is what's special from Patriquin.
So middle has been the theme for Ben and the Dinks, as you pointed out in game 1. Why has it been effective?
You got a relatively new team here. Let's see if Christian Alshon gets a little antsy, trying to be more of a factor, put the paddle in there. Always a good place to see how the communication is on your opponents. Plus, you take angles away. If you put the ball in the middle of the court, you don't. It's a lot easier to protect the rest of it.
9-4-1.
Couple of freebies. Ben John's backhand there. And a pop up to the middle. Not going to work either. Game point for the world number 1.
10-4-1. Second serve.
Not gonna miss many of those. Second game point on the paddle of Gabe Tardio. Second
10-4-2.
serve.
Wow, wide.
Huh. Anticlimactic ending to this one, and a lot less close than the first. We'll see if Alshon and Patriquin have anything left in the tank. These two stand one game away from claiming the Masters title from Rancho Mirage.
His ability to spin the ball versus his very steady brother from last year.
Ooh, swing and a miss for Ben Johns.
Side out.
Alshon and Patriquin rally back right away.
So I want to see, I can already see the difference in staring into the sun. So we may have a good side situation that Hayden and Christian have to take advantage of.
Second serve.
Again, Tardio is winning a lot of those
0-0-2.
heads-up hand battles with his buddy Gabe.
Yes, he is.
Point.
Opening up the scoring in game 3 would help.
Yeah, how about a lead? Just don't make it so hard on yourselves here. I like the intention so
1-0-2.
far.
Side out.
Love the positivity. Way to get one. That's
One at a time.
0-1-1.
yes. I think Ben was going to call that in, and Gabe said
Referee timeout.
no.
We have a challenge of the out call. The result of the rally puts us at 1-1-1. We'll now proceed with video review.
Like this is what
After
Alshon
review,
and
the result of the
Patriquin
rally is
need.
overturned. The ball was in. Loss of a challenge. No free challenge remaining. One free challenge remaining. We resume play at 0-1-2.
So Ben and Gabe can still challenge from here on out, but if they are incorrect in that challenge or unsuccessful, then it's
0-1-2.
technical warning.
Yes, and then points are awarded after that.
Wow, that's beautiful from
Side
Alshon.
out.
Stays patient, takes that pace off, finds the middle.
Yes, and it's not down the line now. It is
1-0-1.
inside out and then back through the middle, so he's changed his spots. Well done
Second serve.
by Christian, but another third, not even close. So that's got to get better.
1-0-2. Side out.
I mean, nowhere near the kitchen line there, and when you're playing a team like this, you have to at least get it to 50-50
0-1-1.
at the kitchen. They haven't been able to do it consistently.
Point.
So tries to go back cross court from a ball in the middle, but it has to get up and down so quickly. If you put too much pace on it, you just run out of real estate.
1-1-1.
That's what's happened to Patriquin right there.
ATP defended, and Alshon jumps in to protect the middle.
So this is like a beautiful dance when there's an ATP because your partner has to flow with you and fill in the spot that you just vacated. Well done by Alshon.
1-1-2.
Nice opportunity. Alshon staying positive with Patriquin, looking for his partner.
You can't have it both ways. If you want him to play aggressive, you got to play aggressive. You just got to make it like we talked about at the beginning of this game. That's a ball he makes a lot of times, just not making it right now. But the deficit's only 1 here, so they're not letting that chunk I talked about at the beginning happen yet in this game.
Nice stuff from Christian Alshon, playing an aggressive right side roll.
And there's the uncertainty on occasion still with Ben and Gabe in the middle because Alshon threw it right through the middle and they both went for it. And Gabe sees Ben's paddle out of the corner of his eye and doesn't take a wholehearted swing at it.
Wow.
Second serve.
Every time that's happened and Ben's gotten the pop-up, he's made it. That's the difference right here. The opportunities have been there. Just got to make that.
Wow. Deep.
Side out.
Patriquin apologizes to Gabe Tardio straight ahead.
Yeah, the players respect and everything's in play, but not the face.
Right.
And he did not hit that cleanly, obviously. And Ben's waving the Cobra. Look out.
Look out, indeed. 2 apiece. Johns and Tardio looking to clean this up in 3 games. This guy's got 169 career title golds to his name, 55 of those in men's doubles. All right, Alshon closing the door on game 3. What's it going to take for these guys to come back into this match?
Be aggressive like Alshon was there, ready for the speed up counter from Ben that time. And don't change. Just got to play at a higher level. I know that's asking a lot sometimes, but you got to do it. Double bouncer. He gets tagged at 4 miles an hour there because Tardio was there but didn't see it perfectly, and it ended up being perfect after all. That's just how this day is going for those two. Ben and Gabe looking to take the ball out of the air when they can, but that time got a little too reachy. Great read of the play. I like the intensity of Alshon back half of game 2, and now the intensity needs to carry over. When they have the ball, they just haven't been as sharp as they need to be. There's another example right there. Don't get in again. And when your opponent's getting in every time and you're only getting in 60 to 70%, the math just will beat you.
Ben and Gabe so good at taking everything out of the air, too. Taking away your time to get there.
That's in there.
Oh, full scramble. That's what it takes to get a point on the best. 3-all, game 3.
And that's what it takes to get the crowd on your side as well. So a delicate little drop shot tracked down from Ben, but then Alshon had him at his mercy.
3-3-2.
go.
Side out.
Because that's where you have the cauldron starting to boil a little bit. The crowd wants to get behind you, and they throw a third into the net.
Just wide for Tardio. Yeah, it feels like Alshon and Patriquin have just not been able to find that rhythm.
No sustained rhythm for
3-3-2.
sure. They have little bursts of beautiful play, but they need to get this squared away now.
Side out.
And look, Alshon wants it, and they're saying, all right. Now you got to return the favor.
Right, exactly.
All right, they cheered for you. Now get to the kitchen.
Oh, Ben Johns
Second serve.
wins the battle once again at said kitchen. Another look.
3-3-2.
First one to get the ball down wins.
ATP, that'll get the crowd going a bit. 1 point lead, swings back to Alshon and Patriquin.
And a violent one, so you want to let that ATP
4-3-2.
travel so that you have plenty of room and then smoke it as low as you can. Great job by Hayden there.
Little shorts. And life on the other side.
Yeah, Ben made the decision to hit an ATP too late there, so didn't have time to Savannah Banana hook it around there and came up short.
Side out.
And there's that middle. They fought over it a little bit and pushed wide. You heard all the sorries from Alshon. Patriquin might have had a really good look there. However, a 2-point lead midway through the game.
I'll take it. Take anything at this point. Except for that. Patriquin had some success down the line on Tardio earlier.
4-5-1.
Gabe has flipped that.
Yeah. And a 2-point lead evaporated. Gabe Tardio was not going to get beat then either.
I mean, you just can't find the right side of his body, so don't try. I mean, and you can't believe how closed the paddle face is. Like, you can do it more than you think in this sport, and he is a master at that at his young age, and that ball is down and good night every time.
Wow. Dink winner. They're going to challenge the in ruling. Hayden signals that it's good.
The result
I'm not sure they're going to have much
puts us at 6-5-1.
Success on this one. We'll give you a
After review, the result of the rally stands. The ball was in. Loss of a challenge. No free challenge remaining. No free challenge remaining. Resume play. 6-5-1.
No question there. That ball was in. Thank you, Don, for the update on that.
I mean, clean winner. And sometimes
a dink.
Sometimes we just wish and hope a ball would have been out. So. And there's where your elite hand speed gets you in trouble because you just are on everything. That ball's going to maybe hit the video board behind Patriquin and can't get the paddle out of there.
Now Johns and Tardio stand 4 points away from a crown. All right.
Second serve.
One serve down, one to go on the other side. 4 Grand Slams each year. This is the first of 26.
Point.
The calendar year.
That was a big swing, and he's trying to go inside out back down the line. But when you're moving, that just makes that really difficult and not necessary.
Point.
And Patriquin gets tagged.
Ouch. An insult to injury. 9-5. 2 points away from their 10th crown together as a team.
Wow. Tardio jumped out of the way because he thought a ball was going to be sent at him. Yeah. And then a ball is sent through the middle, and we are almost done here.
Game
Timeout
point.
receivers, 10-5-2.
Championship point for Johns and Tardio. Match point. Ben Johns closes it out. The dynasty continues. Gabe Tardio and Ben Johns collect their 10th crown together as a team, and they dominated, Dave.
They did. The whole look for me was who is going to set the tone. Tone set, and it's the 1 seed that are the ones to be chased all year long. They were fantastic in a big victory here today.
Lots more to come, though. We will crown Ben and Gabe the title winners, deliver the hardware, and we'll also have a word with Alshon and Patriquin on a beautiful run to today's final. Stick around. Dave, thanks so much. A great run for these two indeed. Hayden, Patriquin, what did you learn about this partnership, making it all the way to a final at the Masters on a Grand Slam stage, given all the teams that you beat on your way here?
Yeah, first off, I want to say congrats to Gabe and Ben. They played awesome. I think I just came out a little bit slow. There's some things to work on for Christian and I. Shoot, I don't know what to say, but thank you guys, everyone who came out. Super pumped to be here. Hopefully the next final goes better, but congrats to Gabe and Ben.
Well said. Please give it up for the runners-up today, Christian Alshon and Hayden Patriquin. Guys, thanks so much for the time in a very tough moment. We appreciate it. And now please welcome to the stage the champions here at the Carvana Masters event, Gabe Tardio and Ben Johns. I'm not sure we've seen a cleaner performance than we did here today. So Ben Johns, tell me what is special about your 170th career title here today?
Yeah, you know, it's a great tournament. I know first of the year, like first tournament back of the year, everyone's always pretty hyped to put up a good result. And, you know, I felt super locked in this tournament. I know Gabe certainly was. So we had a lot of good matches. I think a really good final here and a lot of good points. So, you know, thankful to come away with another W and looking forward to the next one.
Well said. And Gabe, we turn it to you now. 10 titles playing alongside this guy. What was special about this one for you?
Yeah, I mean, playing the Slam is always special. And like Ben said, you know, new year, you know, the good start of the year is always really nice. So I think that's what makes it special.
And how about this atmosphere here today? The mountains surrounding us, the palm trees are swaying, not a seat available in the house. What is it like to play in this environment?
It's amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like you said, packed house. I really just, I mean, when I started pickleball, I never thought this was going to be what pickleball is. So it's just so cool to see. You know, CBS today also super cool. So thank you guys again, and thanks for those watching at home.
Time to crown the champions. On behalf of our title sponsor for this great event, Austin Seufert is with us to present the elusive gold that all these players have been competing for all week long. Austin.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. It truly was a perfect match to kick off Championship Sunday. On behalf of Carvana and the PPA Tour, I'm happy to present the Carvana Masters Trophy.
Another brilliant moment for the world number one. Dave, take it away.
Well, thank you, Michelle. What a performance from these two to get Championship Sunday going. So, what do we have now for you? We've got bonus coverage. Yes, we do. The ladies are going to take center stage as Anna Lee Waters and Anna Bright, the top seed, are going to go against the twins, Jade and Jackie Kawamoto, when we come back.